I've tried to get BP to accept responsibility, for example, for health problems caused by this disaster, and so far they have refused to do so. BP is trying to look like a good actor that will cover all the damages, but the fact that BP refuses to acknowledge liability for health problems tells me they have no intention of paying such claims. And if BP doesn't pay, that means it will fall upon the taxpayers and the victims themselves. Making matters worse is BP's use of toxic chemical dispersants. The only thing that the toxic chemical dispersants have accomplished, as far as I can see, is to hide the true nature, the true extent of the damages by getting this stuff off the surface of the water where it can be picked up more cheaply, but where it is visible, and causing these huge underwater plumes to form, the plumes that BP treacherously denies exist. We are basically airdropping this toxic stuff all over the Gulf as we did Agent Orange in Vietnam. I have a deep personal concern about this because it reminds me of the World Trade Center disaster in my district. The government authorized the use of these dispersants and is saying everything is safe. There's no need for respirators. Yet everyone knows that defies logic, and in the meantime, people are getting sick. BP's CEO had the nerve to insinuate that people got sick from food poisoning, while OSHA seems to think it's probably just from the heat. So sick workers are filing injunctions against BP to try to enforce respirator use on their own. This is crazy. Chairman Oberstar and I wrote to the EPA and OSHA asking that respiratory protection be enforced, but based on some of the statements in the press so far, I'm not optimistic. I cannot believe we are repeating the same mistake again. The same mistake we made in the weeks after 9/11 when the United States government caused thousands of people to get sick by denying that the air was toxic. And we're doing it again, only this time BP is doing it, and having thousands of workers work in what amount to unsafe conditions, and they are going to get sick. Some of them are getting sick, and BP is going to deny liability. I cannot believe we are repeating the same mistake again and personally causing even more harm to the people of the Gulf Coast while BP could get off the hook. I urge everybody here to start asking these questions. Chairman Oberstar, I know you share these concerns, and I thank you for aggressively pursuing these issues on behalf of the people of the Gulf Coast and of the entire Gulf Coast region, because I believe that all the harm we're now seeing in some of the states bordering the Gulf Coast, you're going to see in all the countries bordering the Gulf pretty soon, and this is going to become an international crisis.